It's showtime! Da, 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 da. Hey, everybody. And I'm sitting in the dark. Why? Because it's Paranormal Live. Ooh. Hey, listen. We have got a gal on tonight I've been wanting to get on. And right down, I just put in her, thank you, Chaos, for doing that, for making a copy of that. Hey, B. Hey, everybody. Pophorn, Irish Stevo, Nanako, Chaos, Captain Buford. You guys are just awesome. Awesome, awesome. Look at y'all coming in. Albert, hello. Marytown. Embry, my little doll. Stephanie Brown. And they keep coming in, coming in, coming in. Beth, Bev, hello. Lily, Felsie, my darling. Oh, look at you guys. You are so sweet. Jerry Lynn, Lily. Listen, guys, I was supposed to have a couple people on tonight. C. Marie was going to come in, and she had something else she's got to do, so I'm going to catch her on another night. Hi, Janice. But I've got a young lady with me by the name of Spirit Wolf. And my mods, hi, Emily. My mods have her link, and they'll be posting it in, and we need to go in. Hi, Candy. Spirit Walking Kelly, hello, honey. Gary, hello. Get her link. You got to go check this woman out. I'm telling you. Now, right now, she's sitting kind of in the dark. She's got eye problems, so the light really bothers her eyes. So, but you can see her outline. I want you all to say a big hello to Spirit Wolf. She's very nervous, so give her a lot of love. Hey, Spirit Wolf, how's it going, babe?
Doing pretty good.
Good.
I got a daughter in labor at the same time, so.
She's got her daughter's in labor, everybody, right near me in Tacoma, Washington.
Yep.
Oh, my gosh. Hi, Marley. Trisha. Look at you all coming in. So I want to tell you what this lady does. She does the spirit boxes. And I have watched her. And I have watched, and I have watched, and I have watched. And I'm telling you what, this lady knows what she's doing. And I've even watched where you and Steve-O, I believe, Spirit, did a duel. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I watched that one too, which was very interesting. So anyway, look at all these people. They're just showing their love, honey. Showing their love. Hi, Juan, Lily, Korean, Kim Fisher, Kelly, Mr. Boot. Mr. Boot, I was still unable to find you on my Twitter, by the way, doll. I don't know what I have to do to get you unblocked or find you, but just to let you know. Yes, everybody, sub to Spirit Wolf. This woman is really, really good at what she does. Felsie, my little darling, I just love you. Stephanie, Brandon Holt, hello. So, okay, Spirit Wolf, let's get started.
Okay.
Can you tell me why you chose Spirit Box versus other things to work with, the paranormal?
Well, the frequencies. I've been working with frequencies and vibrations. I've been studying the energy, and I find on the spirit box, on those spirit radios, it uses a little bit of everything. And right now, Steve-O is working on something that's going to be putting the 432 megahertz in, which is by Nikola Tesla. He's the one that found the 432 hertz, which they got it on YouTube. And I was going to tell everybody, if you get depressed or you got anxiety or you need just a new or a soothing healing, listen to some of the 432 hertz that's on YouTube as you're resting at night. And when you close your eyes, and see what you see. And let me know if you have any visions too, because it's very soothing. We've been doing experiments with that, with a few of them. It's the closest megahertz to like the spirits. It's okay. That's what the music used to be before when 1939 was all the way up to that point. Everything was played in 432 hertz. after that, they came out with 440 hertz. Then all the music and everything started being tuned to the 440,
Okay.
and not for good reasons.
So,
This
okay.
government
So,
thing, but
spirit, I've got people asking what is a spirit, or I'm sorry, a spirit wolf. They're asking what is a spirit box? How does it work?
it is okay. Like right here, I'll show you. This is an SB7, and what this is, it's like a radio. It's a Radio Shack radio.
Kind of having a hard time
And I
seeing
don't know
it.
if you can see that or not. Right
Yeah,
there.
there you go.
And what this does is it's like radio, but it does a constant scan of all the frequencies, all the radio stations. And it don't stop. It's just doing like so many mega. I put it like on 100 to 150 hertz. That's where it's going fast. And these have been like hacked. They're spirit boxes that's been hacked. Now the Ghost Stop, you can buy them off the Ghost Stop now. That's already hacked, and but they're going higher now because they quit making them. And so, but a lot of people is trying to find new ways in the paranormal field to where they can get a hold of the radios and hack them. And they have to go in and do some soldering and stuff and make their boxes where they keep going constant. You don't get a radio station.
So
I mean, you do, but you don't.
They hack these specifically
Yeah.
for spirit boxes.
Right. Yes,
Okay.
they do. And some places now you can get them off like eBay. Now these came from Mortuary Manor. He was a mortician, and he used to do a lot of the spirit boxes in the funeral homes and stuff where he was at. He owned, and he ran these in there, so they've been pretty well used. But he had to go out of it and retire from it, and due to illnesses and everything in his age, and so I got him off of him, and that's where these came from. So.
Okay. Do the frequencies? Now, I've heard speculation that this kind of stuff can actually be tough on you physically. Is that true?
Yes, it can be. If you are new going into the paranormal and you get these and you start getting like a heaviness or it's like bad feelings, then back away from it. Just turn them off and back away, because you're getting a hold of some lower forms and you don't want to do that right now. You need to research. You need to study to how to ground yourself, I put the white lights on me from the Father above. I do a prayer. I pray to the Father and ask for the angels and the guiding spirits to be around me at the time when we do this. I've already done that. Just ask for the goodness to come in. And you want to feel good when you do it. Because if you go in, there's like some people that get so angry or they've had a bad day and they turn on a spirit box, you're going to attract the badness like that. Like
a negative.
Yeah. You don't want to be in a negative atmosphere when you do it, because you're going to attract that, because like attracts like. As above, so below. And but if you've had a good day, you're feeling good, you do your prayers and ask for the Father above to be there with the white light. I mean, every now and then you get some bad ones in, and if you do, you'll know. Believe me, you'll start feeling heavy, depressed, or something like that, and you just kind of back away from them.
Okay.
Turn them off.
Now, you said you have 3 spirit boxes, correct?
Yeah, I've got 2 spirit boxes here. I've got another kind of, it's the Radio Shack. This is the other one that he had. I'm going to be using, and then I got the Afterlife box, and it is free. It's on Extreme Senses online. And I've used this Afterlife box for over a year now, and I used it a lot. And to me, I've tried all the other apps. There's a lot out there. But as far as for a computer that is made for a laptop or a CPU unit, you can't use it on an Android tablet or phone. It's just for a computer or a laptop. That's the Afterlife box.
Okay.
And it's free download, and it does really good. It's not got the static and everything, but it scans the internet radio. And it's got the radio that scans all the internet radios frequencies.
Okay. Now, so you said that there's an app. So
And it's a free download. It's called the Afterlife box, made by Extreme Senses.
Extreme Senses.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think Steve O Nim's out there. They can type that in there
Okay.
to where the name of it, where you can go in and get
Extreme Senses.
it.
Okay. All righty. So I have been watching, and I watch Steve-O and I watch you. I have the hardest damn time making any sense out of what is coming out of these.
Okay, that you will at first, but the more you listen to them, the easier it gets. There's several that I've worked with they've been working with them, like Mortis the Wizard, even Steve O'Nim. Mortis the Wizard is another one that's been doing this for about 20 years, and he's really good at what he does, and he hears them, and he gets very plain. The more you do it, the more plain they will come out. Even they get stronger, and you will hear.
Are these different different spirits that come in every time you do this, or are they the same?
No, there's different ones that comes through. But now there is some that is the same, and we're still trying to distinguish if that is spirits that's guiding, spirits that's relatives, or we don't know. That's what we're working on too, to find out why we keep getting some of the same ones over and over again. And we have done that. There is a few that's kind of stuck with them, and some of them's kind of stuck with the radios that we get, because where they've been used at other places and they come through strong, and then they pass them down or whatever, they sometimes get attachments to them.
Well, there was one stream that I watched you in, and you were actually having a conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, I get some that's kind of mean too. Yeah, I do.
So what do you do to shut this off? I mean, if you start a conversation, you get somebody that's mean coming through.
I tell them to leave. It's just like, okay, you are the master of your house. You are the boss of your house. If a stranger comes to your door and comes in, what are you going to do? You're going to tell them to leave.
Right.
And you're going to mean it, and you're going to enforce it. That's what I do with them.
Okay, got it.
I say, leave, go. You're not welcome here. I didn't ask for you here. Leave. And they usually leave.
Kelly says that you have some resident kid spirits, and she has her sister there from time to time.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do.
Wow.
Callie is a very good medium. She picks up on a lot of my spirits here, and everybody. She's
yeah,
really
I want to sit down and talk with Kelly and get
She's
her
a
up
very
here.
nice person.
Yeah, that's what I've kind of figured out with her.
They like to. Well, Steve-O, when we usually do this, we do in the hangouts, and we're doing experiments in the hangouts. Steve-O will every now and then mention about my TV. And they turn on my TV.
Channels.
Yeah. They get in and they'll even change that. They go in my settings, they go in and play. And then Callie was there one night, and she said, "Oh my God, you got 3 kids there." And I said, "Yes, I do."
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is incredible.
Yeah. I know there's another side. I've lost both my parents. I've lost 4 sisters. I've lost 3 brothers.
I'm sorry.
And
that's a big loss.
It is, but I know they're there. I know, I feel them, and I still talk to them. I sometimes if you get real upset, it's like there's days. I guess the more you open up, the more you're going to receive.
Right.
And I have got to the point to where, like, if I'm really upset or something has happened and I get scared or I get upset, and then I think of my mom automatically. If my mom pops in my head, and because she was always this soother, and all of a sudden I feel like I get this hug. It's like this overwhelming, this cloak around me, and I know it's her, and I calm down and I say, "Thank you, Mom." And
that's so sweet.
It's same with my dad. If there's certain moments where I would have had my dad, same thing.
Right.
My sisters, I was close to all my sisters. They were like other mothers to me. I mean, I was the baby of all of them. I was the baby out of the 10 kids. And they're always there. I know they're there. I miss them where I can't see them, but every now and then I get glimpses of them too.
Right.
And right now we're doing experiments with eyes. And I've been working with eyes for a long time. I started out with the Polaroid when they first had Polaroid. But see, before the internet, I've been doing this for years. I've been researching ever since, well, I was born into it. My mom was an empath. My dad was a preacher, but he also seen the spirits. He's seen them. And he would tell us about them when he's seen them. But we weren't allowed to talk about it outside the house because he was a minister.
Mm-hmm.
But they were open, and they had a lot of Native American in them. And my mom was half, and she was half Irish and half Native American. Her mama was full-blooded and Cherokee, and my grandpa was Irish. But anyway, so it just goes back to where it was always talked about, and we always
It was all in the family.
It was always there. We always heard stories, or what happened, with the grandparents, and those different times they seen the spirits, what they said, the messages, and so it's always been there with us.
Wow.
And
Dennis says, Miss Uber, I was in her stream one night. The spirit box said my name, and my PC shut off. You remember that, Steve-O?
Yeah, it did.
Holy Hannah.
Yeah, it did. It did mine too. It shut us all down. Well, they got mad because I had one that come in and he was cussing and ranting and raving, and I closed off the spirit box. I turned it was the Afterlife box, the app. I turned it off and I shut it down. I said, until you calm down and you get out, I said, I ain't going to turn it on. Well, they got mad and they started shutting everybody's system down on my Wi-Fi. They did.
My God.
So
Chloe wants to know if you will answer questions.
Yeah, I'll try to.
She will. She cannot see the
I can't see the chat.
Chat. So if you have any questions, just type in there, and one of us will try to answer it for you. Not like, listen, I say, well, it's like I have to in my pocket, right?
You're learning.
I'm gonna relay it to her. So welcome everybody. Welcome to the chat. If I've missed you. So okay, I'm excited.
And let's get started. We're going to start with the Afterlife box, and we'll turn it on. Okay, what I'm going to do, I got several people out there. It's a group of us that research together. They're there in the chat room with me. They're all great people, and they're all special in their own ways. They all got talents, in other words, and they'll be typing in. They got their headphones in. If they hear anything, they'll be typing it into the chat room, what they hear. And if you guys, if you want, I'm going to ask the mods first. The mods, if you guys can get a pencil and paper, and even you, Uber, get a pencil and paper. This is one of the experiments we've been working on. Write out a question that you would, just write out a question. And if you hear the answer, because they'll be talking throughout, if you hear the answer, type in yes in the chat room for me. And the mods are the people out there, Steve-O, Susan, Asti, all of them will be out there, and Albert, Callie, everybody. They'll be out there checking, and they'll get it for me. Just write out a question, and if we're ready, let's get started.
Okay, do you want me to mute my mic?
It don't matter. This should be all right.
So that you resident.
Now, some of this will be part of the radio. They'll be able to tell the difference.
Fail.
Spirits. We're here tonight in Uber's chat on her channel on the Uber Goobers. You said she was nice. They said your name right before we came in.
Morning. Also,
can you say hi to her?
World.
No, say hi to Uber.
Toward. Cost the it proved hand of God. And he what German we had shoot.
Liver?
There's supper. If you covenant.
Now there's some people. There's some people that wrote some questions down in the chat room. You seen them write them. Can you give them their answers, please?
Active light. Political part. To the British. Justify. Oh. You were nipped. Happened last. Yeah. I locked on the road. Only force it with a turn. What day? Must be the. You saw.
How many's here? How many spirits are here tonight?
The thick. Trespass.
Come on. How many spirits are here tonight?
Been for.
Can you answer them? Answer the questions in the chat room.
Wait, took. Yeah. Be. And children let. Covenant of. Inner of unlock. Time. I came close. Intercession. When we look. Dream at this. Self in.
Do you want me to use the spirit radios?
Brother in universe.
Do you want me to use? Are you ready for me to use the spirit radios?
Time before the reporter.
Please.
I found.
What'd you find?
Because it was 600. Bears without sheep. People.
50 people.
In
In where?
may reflect also seek.
If there's, is there
Um,
any spirits there that need help? If there is, say help me.
got a question if one of the spirits' names is Robert or Rob.
Yep. Robert or Rob? Can you say?
In 2000.
Yes. Yes, what? Robert or Rob?
Playing with. Wait for prop.
Rob? Rob.
Justice.
Justice. Sorry. Are you answering their questions out in the chat room? Yes. Okay.
Then real.
Thank you.
Listen, BB. Oh. Deeply.
Deeply. Deeply what?
Complete.
Complete.
Let her in. Maybe so. Look against.
There's a lot of spirits here. I'll tell you that right now. There's a lot of them.
In your
A lot of them.
Wow.
self.
Okay, with the sight. Okay, come on.
The inner soul of the There was a. Could have been. You don't. Is a duck. Firstborn. Child came suddenly.
Firstborn child came suddenly. Yeah. Are you talking about my daughter or somebody else?
Said the image living in the. I have. And shaded. And fear. These figure. If there is. Goodbye. Let's fall. Continually.
So you linger. So they linger when they say goodbye, right?
Forward upon. Things. Had changed. Instruction on. So when we started, they were acting from. Said was. He said they did it. In a lot. I'm pretty committed.
Okay, I'm going to turn this off for right now, and we're going to try one of the spirit box radios.
White House.
Okay. Did you hear me?
May.
We're going to try one of the radios, okay? Okay. No. No, we're going to turn this one on. Okay. Let me turn that down.
Wow, amazing. Actually, this is Justice, and Captain for Justice is in the room. Be with us Paranormal where you're located.
I can't. You're cutting in and out. I'm sorry. It's
She's
probably messing.
wanting to know where you're located. I think she's in Tennessee.
I'm in Tennessee, East Tennessee.
Wow. Mm-mm-mm. And Captain Justice said his grandfather's name is Ernest, and that was one of the names that came out.
Okay. He's there with him then. They, to me, when we leave this part, our spirits is what goes on to the other side, and our spirits is the life of us, you know. And so when we leave this body, we're not dying. We're just changing. We're changing over. We're changing to a new life, a new beginning, a new place. It's just like where I left, or if I move cross state, my family here don't see me, but they know I'm there, I guess. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm still there, and they still try to communicate. They let us know by smells, and they usually come around when you really need them. And when you think about them and something happens, and you could go days and not even think about it, and think about the ones that slept, and then all of a sudden they just pop in your mind. Okay, they're thinking of you too at that time. They're thinking of you also.
Now,
And
one that passes,
okay, you're cutting in and out again.
does everyone that passed, can they become a spirit? I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't know how to word that. Or do they just cross over and there's some people that aren't spirits at all? I mean, I don't know how to word that.
Okay, when we're all spirits, and when we cross, from my understanding, okay, this is my opinion, okay, and from my research that I found, and even with my mom before she passed, she had a vision, and my mother was very religious, very religious. She had a vision, and she was telling the nurse about it, and she told me I stayed with her that night at the hospital. And she said, and I had left. I went out to sit in the recliner out there in the waiting room to keep my feet up because they started swelling where I was sitting in the chair so much. And then I got up and went back in there. And the nurse was in there, and she was telling the nurse, and then she started all over. She said, I want to tell you, she says, I had a vision. And it wasn't a dream because she said I was fully awake. And she said, she said, I was laying in the grass, and she said, and you was there with me. And she said, and it was so pretty. She said, I can't even explain the colors. She said, I've never seen the colors like this before. It was so bright, so vibrant. She said, they were so different. And she said, but it was so beautiful. And she said, and I was laying there in that grass, and she said, and there was like, she said, first I thought they were little calves, little white calves. And she said, because they was getting so far away. But she said, you stood up and you motioned and you told them to come back. But she said, you didn't use your mouth. She said, you used your thoughts. It's like they heard you. And she said, but you didn't use your mouth. So you just told them to come back this way. And she said, and the closer they got, she said, they wasn't little white calves. So she said, they were lambs. She said, we were 10 Jesus's flock of lambs. She said, and they all heard us by thoughts. We didn't use our mouths to talk. And she said, and it was so beautiful. And she said, but then you had to leave. And well, 6 hours later, my mother passed.
Oh, wow.
But before she'd had another massive heart attack, and they put all this stuff on her, and they tied her hands down, and they put her back in the ICU. And she wrote out notes wanting to see each one of the kids, and they all went in there. And then the last thing she wrote, and I told her, I said, Mom, I know you love me. And she shook her head, yeah. And I said, you know I love you. And shook her head, yeah.
Oh,
But the last thing she wrote was, "Come see me with Jesus," and the pencil went down, and she passed. And she had that vision, and she was not scared, and
right.
I wasn't either.
Wow.
I just knew that my mother seen where she was going, and then so that got me on the track of with her vision on how it was with communication. It's not, we don't have like our vocal cords on the other side because we're not in a solid body that carries it, but we do have thought. We have our minds.
Right.
And then, you know, like it says, you got a book of life, or your book of life goes with you. You carry your own book of life because when you get there, everything's open. Your mind is open. Your thoughts is open. They know what you're thinking. They know what you thought. Everything is there. So when we get over there, and I've researched like Leslie Flint, he's another one. He was a medium that that had out of box voices, like we're talking right now, in settings, and he was very good, Leslie Flint. And I listened to all of his recordings, and there's a lot, and I'm still listening. I'm not all of them, but he's still a lot. And they explain more about the other side that kind of verified it. It verified what my mom said before she died. So I heard them, and then that put me off on another. So I went from numerology, astrology, the Bible, finding out where the Bible came from, how it came to be, and the writers, and King James, how he got mad and at the Vatican because he couldn't marry this, divorce his wife and marry the other one. So he went back to his castle and said, put the Bible out. He done it out of anger, out of meanness, and he put it out. And then, but everything happens for a purpose. Everything is a reasoning.
Right.
Everything that happens in our lives, there's a reasoning. And some people sit back and it's so terrible things that's happened. But you know, children, handicapped children, when I see their auras, they're so bright. They're so pure. And they're old spirits. They're old souls.
Oh.
And I am so, when the schools, I worked in the schools, and I seen these handicapped children, I just wanted to grow up and hug them and get part of that feeling from them, because they're old souls. They're here for a reason, to teach passion, to learn love, understanding. I mean, so much to all the people around them, to other children, to parents, to teachers, to family. They're teaching so many at one time,
Right.
by being the way they are. And and then they grow up as adults, and they're old souls. They're still teaching people and learning lessons all the way around them. And I mean, there's so many good things and good vibes that I get from a lot of people. I do see a lot of auras. I do see, and sometimes I feel them. I have to back away sometimes. But there's a lot of beautiful people in this world. There's a lot of beautiful people. The ones that you would not think, if you see, I've seen this man that was begging for money. And I went up to him and I gave it to him. It was up there in Washington, right as we was going to the airport to come home. And he had an old blanket around him. And we went through to get a coffee. And he was up there at the window trying to see if he could get anything. And we drove up, and I hollered at him. I said, come here. And I gave him 20.
Oh.
I said, go get you some coffee, get you something to warm up. And he said, thank you so much. And when he took and reached for that money out of my hand, my whole hand vibrated. It felt like my whole hand was vibrating and shaking, and it felt so good. This man was an awesome spirit. I mean, awesome. I mean, he was a old soul, and he's there to teach others around him. And when he took that, my whole hand vibrated. And he went right up there to that window and got him 2 big coffee mugs. And he walked over, and there was another man down there and gave him a big cup of coffee.
Oh.
So, you know, he passed it on. So you see, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm getting off track here. I am going to get back onto the spirit boxes. I'm sure everybo's out here waiting. But there are so many good things out in the world.
I just want to say, everybody, this is Spirit Wolf. She has a wonderful channel. I recommend you all going in and checking her out. And hello to everybody that I've missed. So let's get on with this. I'm excited.
Yeah, let's go. We're going to hit to the spirit box now. Let me get this. I'm going to put the speakers on this one too. And you tell me if it gets too loud, okay?
Okay, hon.
Spirits, are you still here? Yes. You put your Can you count? Let me put it on there. Let me put it up here. There we go. Hold on just a minute. I'm going to change the megahertz. Are you here? You're here? Okay. What's your name? What's your name? If there's anybody out in there in the chat room that's got questions, can you answer them for them?
They just said, please to meet Steph. And we have a mod by the name of Steph.
Yep. Got Steph? Yeah. Did you answer her question? Can you? Julia. How many spirits are here? How many spirits are here? How many? Many. I know. How many? I don't know why it's got that chirping mic in it. Done what? You want me to go to the other radio? He's doing good with that. You want to go to it? Go to the other one?
They want to know if you can ask the spirits their names.
Ask the spirits what?
Their name.
The names?
Yes.
What's your names? What's the spirits' names here tonight? Who are you? Please. Ursula, Jason. Who else? A lot of them. One at a time, please. Say one at a time. Say your names again, please. Get one of you to tell all their names. You guys are overcrowding everybody. I can't hear you. Your stomach comes through it. One at a time, or put one person and saying all the names, please. Whoa, okay, now.
Will.
Will's here. He's in the chat room. Will. 2000. Okay. There's a lot of you here tonight. I understand. I understand. Okay? A lot of messages trying to get out. But you know how to do that. You know how.
Poster.
We're going to turn this off for a few minutes, okay? Okay. I had to turn that off for just a minute. I'm getting a migraine. Sometimes they... There's a lot of them here. There's a lot of them here. What it is, there's so many of them, they're overwhelming. There must be a lot of family members here for the people in chat.
Oh, wow.
They're picking up on the, and I'm getting a lot of, and they're hitting so fast, so many of them at one time, it's hard to understand. Did Steve-O and them, they had their headphones on. Did you guys catch any of those names that was coming through?
They come up with Jason and Max. He said, Steve-O said, Spirit, Sylvia can't see this. Can you turn on her TV for me? Oh, gosh.
No. No. I don't know.
Yeah, they're coming up. Jason, Max, and Jessica were the three names that came up.
And there was a Ursula. I got a Ursula. Got a Lee.
Max is somebody's son in the room.
Okay, and I got Rodney.
See, we got a Samantha, Dick, Evan, and Justice.
Okay, and there's Rodney. I'm trying to think. I should start right. Sometimes they kind of max out the head.
Yeah.
Okay. Just take a minute breather here, and then we'll start this other box.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I just have to rest my head a little bit. I mean, it just sometimes.
That's funny because I was getting a little bit of a headache myself, and I don't get headaches.
Yeah, you're getting more open. You're getting more open. You're gonna be fine. You're getting more open.
All righty, because I don't get headaches. So
yeah, sometimes it hits right here and right here. I get it, and then it'll just spread all the way around.
Wow.
And it eases off though. It just.
Well, let me just say what some of these people are saying while you take a quick break, babe.
Okay.
Proof in the pudding says Dick could be my grandpa. Janice Chick said my father's name was Dick. Birdman said Richie is on the last one. Let me see. Let me see. Justice wants to know, Captain Buford Justice wants to know if there was a Buford there. So there might be a Buford spirit.
I know.
Let me see. We'll be Bev spirits will be visiting Uber now. Uber, tell her to have Max talk for them. Okay, I just did. Kelly, you're so sweet. Let me see. There was an Evie as well, Steve-O said. And Ernest. Yes, there was an Ernest in there too. I do remember seeing that. Yes, Steve-O. Mm-hmm.
Now,
Yep.
did any of the mods that wrote out questions, did they get any of their answers, any of them at all?
The mods, did any of you get any answers to your questions? Yep, Ernest was Captain Buford's grandfather. I don't know if that was one of his questions or not. I'm waiting for them to answer. Just his screen name is what all came up. Was Captain Justice. Chaos said no. Hippie Mandy, I'm here laying in bed listening. All is late, but much love to Uber and Spirit Wolf. Oh, thank you, Hippie Mandy. I hope you're feeling better, babe.
Tell her, Hippie Mandy, to find her some 430. I tell everybody 432 megahertz. It's all over the YouTube. Go in, Meditative Minds. It's got some for it lasts 8 hours. There's different ones in there, but make sure it's 432. And find one that you like, that kind of listen to it, and just close your eyes and relax to that music. Put it on low if you want, but listen to it. And let me know if that helps you, please.
Okay, let me see. So listen to Spirit Wolf, Missy.
Tell her it will help. If not, it will help.
Tamara wants to know if they only said names.
There was other things that was said, but Callie, did you get anything too?
Oh, they said Tamara's name, but Tamara doesn't want to know that. Let me see. Chloe wants to know if you believe in reincarnation, Spirit.
Reincarnation, yes, I do. For the simple fact is, for these, especially with the children that comes through, their old souls, they've been here and they've learned, and then they come back to teach others. Yeah, I do believe in reincarnation. I believe, though, before you come back, it's a while, but because see, there's no past, present, and future. It's all one thing on the other side. So what may seem like years and years to us is like only a moment to them.
Wow.
Really.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Let me see. Kelly says there are 5 there for people in chat. I don't know what she's referring to, Kelly. Tamara wants to know what they want with her and why.
It's nothing. Sometimes they just let them know that they're thinking about them, and if she thinks about someone that's on the other side, they're wanting her to know that they think about her also.
Okay. Mel, you're not blocked, honey. You're not blocked at all, sweetie. God, this is amazing, Spirit. Amazing. I'm just
There's a lot of
enthralled
beautiful
here.
people. I'll tell you what I got. Now, sometimes there's a lot of beautiful people out in the chat room. I don't know who all's in the chat room. I don't see it, but I will tell you all a message. Okay.
Okay.
You are not forgotten. You are not forgotten. You are loved. And you are here to learn. And you are here to grow and to pass it on.
Okay.
What you learn, pass it on. It's like seeds to be planted. I've got a vid on that too. And throw out those good seeds. And when you do, sit back and watch them grow. Because they're going to grow amazingly. And you're going to sit back and watch it. If it's in a child, if it's in a stranger, you're going to see it. You will see what you sow.
That's
And if you
awesome.
sow those good seeds, you guys are doing great, because a lot of good feelings came through. I was getting cold chill bumps, back of my hair standing up, and they're still here.
Oh my
But
gosh.
you guys are, there is a lot of wonderful people, in your chat room over, and there's a lot of love there. And there's going to come a time, I don't know when, but you all are going to have to stand together. You're all going to have to come together. I have to reinforce each other, catch each other. I don't know. I don't know what. You guys are going to have to be together. You're going to come together. There's going to be, I don't know what it is. I don't want to know, really, to be honest with you. But you guys is going to have to come together, and in strength, by numbers, it will be conquered. That's all I can say.
Wow. Thank you.
Okay.
Listen, Mel asked a question stating, I asked if I would have any more babies come into my life. I had a preem baby die suddenly, firstborn child at 5 months. On the date of his birth, my 31st, I found out I was having twins. Okay, so on the date of his birth, May 31st, I found out I was having twins. Those are called rainbow babies, honey.
I guess. Yes.
Huh.
See, I lost a son. He would have been, 23, he'd be 27, black-haired and blue-eyed.
Oh.
And beautiful, beautiful little baby. But anyway, he would have been my last one. But there was a reason why he left. And it's just like I said, my mother needed him more. But 2 years later, I got pregnant with my other daughter, my youngest. And she's here bringing in another baby tonight. And her first one. And she is the wise one. She is very open, and she does see the spirits. She sees them. And she don't just, they're not full body, but she knows what they look like. She can tell you what they look like, but she's got that gift. And I think she got it partly from him and her, because she was the last one. They came in an hour after she was born and said, no more, I couldn't have any more. And I didn't sign no papers. They just came in and said, this is it. You've got to have the surgery. You can't have any more, because the next one you would die, or the baby will, or you'll be paralyzed. So I didn't have a choice. They took me down and tied my tubes. I couldn't have any more. So there was a reason. She was born. And I know, and my son grew up on the other side. He's grown up on the other side.
Wow.
And, so he's but yeah.
What a wonderful story. What I heard in the channel, the capital letters are what I heard in the channel radio. I'm so confused with what Mel is saying. Hang on just a minute. How are you feeling, Spirit? You okay?
Pardon me?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Uber, tell Spirit that the father figure is waiting to talk, and I don't know who that is for, but he is right behind her.
Okay. Are you ready to talk to me? Let's talk to the radio. Let's get this on. Let's see what we got to find out tonight. Mel.
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 Oh.
Mel. I keep saying Mel. It's messing with my spirit. I don't know what's going on with the. The eye. The eye. Who you want to speak to? Okay, come on through one at a time, please. Spirit wolf. Okay, I heard that. Can you answer the questions out in the chat room where they wrote them down? Please.
Could have just.
Having a hard time? Florida. Angel. Okay. Dorothy.
Wow.
Do you have any messages left out in the chat room?
He said,
Before he said what?
what you got?
Do you have any messages for anyone out in the chat room? Say their name. One at a time, please. Okay, I'm going to turn you off, okay? I can't, you're coming through too many at a time. I can't understand you. Get one to say it all for you. Pick out one to say it for you all. I hear him. Okay, I heard my name. Go ahead. What? What?
The mark. Yes.
It's getting too many. I gotta go, okay? Okay, we'll do this later, okay?
Well,
Wow, this is amazing.
Yeah, they don't want to. I gotta go. Thank you. Go back, okay? Going back. No, go back. Thank you. No, gotta go. No. No, go back. That's right, go back. Thank you. Thank you, spirits. Thank you. Go.
Oh my
Sorry.
gosh. You know, I know we're going to wrap this up here real soon,
Yeah.
but I wanted to, because I know you're not feeling good now. These are the names I got
Okay.
that I was watching in the chat. Kitty, Laura, Mel,
Mel over and over again.
Uber, Angel, Tamara. There was one that says, daughter is sad, go to sleep. There was a lot of them. Freedom, Mel said just heard freedom.
You're
Yeah.
cutting in and out.
Oh, wow, I'm sorry.
You know, it's not your fault. It's sometimes they kind of mess with my stuff here. You're fine.
So those are the names that I heard in, not me specifically, but I heard a few of them. But this is amazing. I definitely heard Kitty for sure.
Now, what you'll do, if you want to, when you get this uploaded and everything, and we'll go back to, I'll get some, we'll try to go back in and we'll listen to them with our headphones.
Okay.
And try to get more out of it. And because when it records, like what we're recording now, where it records on there, when we go back and listen to it, we hear more.
Right. Okay.
So we'll be able to get more messages out.
This is just amazing. Everybody make sure that you go over to Spirit Wolf. There's her channel right there. Everybody go over, sub to her channel. She does live streams. She's good at what they do. I mean, she's got all her people in here helping, and they are all good at what they're doing, folks.
Yeah. We're doing experiments. We do different things. Like one, we're working with eyes. I was going to tell you eyes. And you know, it's, they say your eyes are the windows to the soul. And I have macular degeneration. I got a lot of spots in my eyes, but I have 3D vision also. They can't fit me for glasses because one eye is severely far and the other one's severely near, but I can see pigmentation. It's like one thing may be leaving, but I'm getting a gift. I see like pixels really, really well. I see when I take pictures of eyes and, you know, close up of eyes, and I enlarge it and I see spirits in those eyes and I circle them, and I drew a few, and we found out, we're trying to find out now if it's in the person's eyes that we look at, if it's a loved one, and we try to show them what they look like, and sometimes I try to draw them and explain who they are and look, and I try to point out on the picture who it is and where it's at, what they try to get them to see what I see.
Right.
And so we're having some really good things coming out of that. So And
This is
Steve-O
amazing.
went to the eye doctor today and got his eyes dilated, and he sent me pictures of his eyes. And I was just overwhelmed because when he done that, it was mind blowing. I got to show him what we found in his eyes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
They want to know if you have a Twitter.
Yes, I do. I still don't know much how to work it. I got one back in 2012, I think, and it's under silverlady_2000.
There you go.
And yeah. So
Well,
look at it.
we're going to have you on again if that's all right with you.
That's fine.
Okay,
That's
we'll
fine.
make it after you get done with that new grandbaby you got coming.
Yeah. Okay.
So I've really enjoyed this, Spirit.
Well,
I really
good.
have, and I want to thank you so much.
Well, thank you for having me. And if anybody has questions, and if I don't know the answers, I try to point them to the people who do.
Well,
So
I want
just
you guys
leave it in
to
the
know
comments
that
areas or something, and I'll try to get to
I
it.
just
Huh?
love it. This has been so wonderful.
That's fine.
And you have been such a sweetheart. And I know you still have your headache.
No, it's gone away.
Okay.
It goes away when I get.
You're getting a
Yeah.
standing ovation here, kiddo.
I'll tell them I think them all. Tell them they're beautiful. I got a lot of love that came through that just made my hair. I mean, there's a lot of love that came through the boxes tonight. Usually, like I said, sometimes we get a few of the low liars, low.
Right.
But tonight it was awesome to feel the goodness that came through tonight. There was a lot of good vibes that came through the radios tonight, and to a lot of people there, and to a lot of people that may yet to come and see it. They'll know.
Well, Erin, yes, I'm going to leave this stream up, honey.
Okay.
I'm going to, we're going to have her on again, and I want to thank all her people coming in here. Kelly,
Yes.
Steve-O, Beth,
Susan,
Susan,
Albert, Will,
yes.
just all of them. They're awesome.
I want to thank you all for coming in here also and helping. Thank you so much. Please sub to Spirit Wolf. And I want to thank you, Spirit Wolf, very much.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed it. I really did.
Okay,
I really enjoyed the feeling I got tonight. It was awesome.
I'm glad you did. I know you're a little bit worried, but I'm glad you came.
I'm glad I did too.
Thank you so much. Hugs and love.
Hugs and love to you all.
Night, everybody.
Night.